Josh, I'm going to start with you, man. Talk to us about the soul of the game. What's going on here with the Hall of Fame?
So for 2 years now, we've been working on a project that we are just hopeful is really going to help us tell the story differently than the way we've told it before. We've had an amazing exhibit at the Hall for 25 plus years. But what we're going to be doing is telling it from the voice of all of you guys who lived it, going back to the earliest days of the game all the way through current players. And that's really our goal, is to try to tell it a little bit differently than we have in the past.
I mean, that's so cool. Cece, when I was playing, this wasn't really anything talked about a whole lot. We've learned so much more about the Negro Leagues. You've come through that generation, through Buck O'Neil, getting to know all the post people after him even, talking about it, to have something like this on display at the National Hall of Fame. What's your first thoughts?
It's just a blessing, you know, to be able to be a part of it. Like you said, being able to kind of be here and learn as everybody else is kind of learning what black baseball was and how important it is. It's just great to be a part of it. Like, I have this Monarchs jersey on with my number on the back, 52, and Satchel Paige wore 25. You know what I mean? Like, just being able to be all connected, like we are, like me and you are, like we all are.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be able to have this exhibit.
Josh, what do you want somebody to walk away when they get a chance to visit this exhibit? What do you want them to walk away feeling?
Well, certainly a greater understanding of not just the challenges and hard times that black people have gone through from the beginning of baseball, but to the modern times, the celebrations, maybe the challenges that still exist, the East-West All-Star Game we're going to talk about in a minute. If you learn something about that, if you learn something about Jackie, you learn something about Buck or Satchel or Josh or you name it, really the goal is to start that education and make you want to go home and dig in deeper to the topic.
Yeah, no, it's such an important topic because it's really an American history story. It's not just about black baseball, but it's about our country. So we're going to celebrate it, not just have the exhibit, but May 25th this year in Cooperstown, we're going to take back and play a classic. Josh, tell us a little bit about this. We're going to full screen up, and then Cece's pumped about this. He's going to dive in a second.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. So we have had a classic game over Memorial Day weekend in the past, but when we reached out to Cece and said, hey, do you think we could get a roster of dudes together, not just and he said, we're on it, you're going to be turning people away. So he and Chris Young, obviously you guys know him well here, they have put together, I think, about 24, 25 names. We're still adding them, but Ozzie Smith, Ken Griffey Jr. both committed, and then literally just a who's who of players who have played in the last 20 years. Kudos to you guys for helping us make
Well, if you dig into Cece's Rolodex, you're going to come up with something special. I'm telling you. But see, how good did this make you feel when they said, hey, we're going to play this East-West Classic, honor that? Can you get some players?
Yeah, no, as soon as Josh told me about it, I was like, oh, I mean, I immediately, you know, I was like, I know 30 guys that would, because, you know, we can fill 5 rosters with guys that would love to play in this game. So obviously, you know me and how I don't get on the phone or won't call anybody back. So I had to hit Chris Young up. He's so organized. He had this thing locked in a week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're all, everybody that's playing in this game, we're all still super close and still super connected. So it's going to be a lot of trash talk, but it's going to be a lot of fun at the game.
I'll tell you what, I see some great names in here. Mixture of guys that haven't been removed from the big leagues that far. This could be pretty competitive.
It can be. So I got to rehab my shoulder. You know that last pitch I threw, I ripped everything up.
You can't.
I'm rehabbing. Oh, no, I'm pitching in this game.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Josh,
absolutely.
how'd you get him to do that, man?
Actually, what's funny is they gave us the list, and I said to CY, I don't see CC on the pitcher's list. Do you know if he said, nah, I don't think he's playing? 15 minutes later, I get a text from CY that says, I think CC wants to pitch. Like a minute later, I get a text from CC, I am pitching. So clearly the competitive juices kicked in when you get someone like this. And if you check out, they're going to be wearing Negro Leagues uniforms, not just the Monarchs and Grays that Josh Barfield is wearing today, but we're going to have about 8 different uniforms from Ebbets Field Flannels. It's going to be an incredible game, and you can buy tickets right now on baseballhall.org.
That is cool. So Carlos Pena, CC's pitching. You probably ain't playing. You're going to strike out again, bro.